Alright, so elapsed time. We did a little bit of this yesterday, but I did notice that lots of people found this really difficult. So I'm going to show you one method that can help with getting these questions correct. We talked yesterday about people being at different abilities, and particularly as teachers we find that time is one of those concepts that boys can be really excellent at and also not very good at the same time. Okay? So, be aware of that. Before we actually answer this question, let's just get it in our heads what a reasonable answer might be. Okay? Because it's one of those times where you can be like over by 12 hours and think that you're on the right track and you're actually not. So a good idea would be to have an idea of about where your answer should be. Okay, so like 4, 5 or 6 hours as opposed to 24, 25, 26 hours or something like that. Okay, so 1747 is in 24-hour time. We know that because it's after the number 12 here. So is not part of the question, but let's decipher these a little bit more. What time is this in 12-hour time? 1747. And to work that out, you would subtract 12 from this. The minutes remain the same. Dusty?
5:47.
Right, 5:47 what? PM. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to get you to write this, and then just above it or below it, write the 12-hour time as well. If you need to move, where would you just jump on another desk? You can't see closer. Okay, and 23:12 is what time?
That's 11.
12
PM.
11:12, the minutes remain the same. PM. Right, so in your head, you've got nearly 6 o'clock and just past 11. So around about where should your answer be in size?
8. 5. About 5 hours.
Yeah, around about 5 hours, give or take a bit. Okay, so have that in your head in case you accidentally get an answer that's like 18 or something, you know that you've made a mistake. Alright, just while we're at it, let's do these as well in AM and PM whilst we're on a roll. So 01:43.
1:43.
You're right, yeah. So 1:43 AM. 14:28.
2:28.
Yeah, 2:28 PM. So you can see that you're just subtracting the 12 if it's over 12 from the front, and the minutes stay the same. That's important. Okay, 02:22
2:28.
AM. 15:12.
3:12 PM.
3:12 PM. Now you notice the way I'm saying it, I'm grouping it into like twos, so 01:43, and that's the general way that people say it in 24-hour time. Some people might be different, but it sort of separates the hours and the minutes by the way you say it. Okay, so written that down, yeah? At least the first one. Cool. Hands up if you find this difficult, or it takes longer than you think it will. Maybe in your head. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Rightio. So the way that I do these questions, and sometimes you end up doing this in your head anyway, but I'm going to write everything down because that's who I am as a person. Okay. I add up to the next hour, the minutes up to the next hour. Then I count the hours, and then I add up any extra minutes. Okay. So how many minutes will bring me up to 6 PM? Or 1800. 13, right, so I write 13 here, and I always write mins, so that I don't accidentally think it's hours, okay? So from 1800, or 6 PM, how many hours am I counting forward? So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, right? And I'll be honest with you, I use my hands to do this because it leads me to make less errors. I'm not going to judge you if you can do that because I do it too. Okay, now if I've gone up to 2300 or 11 PM, I have 12 extra minutes. Okay, so I'm going to add those all together. You're writing this down too, by the way. Cool. Okay, so do I put my minutes or my hours first? Hours. Yep, so I've got 5 hours. And I've got 13 and 12.
35.
25. Okay, that's my answer.
35, that's why.
What happens if I had a question with different numbers and my answer was... What happens if that was my answer? What would I need to do extra, Adriana?
Because 60 is 1 hour, you just make it 6 hours, and the remaining 2 is 2 minutes.
Awesome, yeah. And you would need to do that extra step to get it fully correct. Because it's just a convention doing it. Yeah, that doesn't apply to this question because that's not our answer. But just out of interest. And that'll probably happen at some point. Be unusual for it not to. Okay, let's do one more as a class and then I'll get you to do the last one yourself. Okay, so you can see we've got 1:43 a.m. in the middle of the night, you would say. Okay, all the way through to 2:28 the next day. So our answer is going to be pretty large.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you get an answer of like 4 hours, you've made a mistake. Bigger than that. Okay, so how many minutes will take me up to 0200 or 2 a.m.? Right, so 70 minutes. Okay, and so I've got 2 a.m. and this is why I use my fingers because it's a bit hard to get it right otherwise. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's 12 hours. Plus the extra?
28.
Okay. If at this point you are taking more than 5 or 6 seconds to add up this, stop and write a sum. Don't sit there and spend like 3 minutes going, 17 and 28 is this, oh is it? I don't. Instead of just writing a sum. Okay? So let's write our hours first, 12 hours. Okay? And then somewhere, just do with that because 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 is easier to add up than 17 and 28 unless you're really great at that. Okay? So 8 and 7 is 15. 45. Cool? Okay, have a go at this one. Just move that out of the way so it's really clear. Have a go at this one using that same strategy and working, please, and we'll check it in a sec. Incorrect in this second sec. Alright, now, someone mentioned to me a different strategy which I'll show you in a sec. But let's do it the same way first. How many minutes will take me up to 0300 or 3 a.m.?
44, 48, 38.
Why would you say
22, 44.
Okay, and then if you count on from 3, you've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 12 hours plus my 12 minutes. Okay, so if I add this all together, my 38 and my 12 is 50 minutes.
12 hours.
12 hours, 50 minutes. Now, Adriano. Oh, did anyone else do it a slightly different way? No? Okay, Adriana, tell us your way, please. Boys listening? Thanks.
I made the 0 to 22, 3, 22. So I added.
No, you did 12. Yeah.
So I added 50 minutes to make it 3:12.
Yep.
And then I just added 12 hours.
Right. So he made the minutes the same, counted the hours, and then adjusted the minutes. Okay, you can do it that way too. So for example, if you had like 0 to 58 and the other one was 56, you could just do the hours and subtract the minutes, the 2 minutes that were left. That's another option, yes.
I've done it a different way.
Mm-hmm.
You can subtract the smaller number from the bigger number and then convert it from 24-hour time.
You could definitely do that as long as it wasn't over like more than a day.
Yeah.
Like say if your example, which we were on the sheets yesterday, said Tuesday and then this said Thursday, you need to be aware of that. But yeah, sure, you can do that sometimes too. And of course, making sure that you haven't crossed more than 12 hours as well with some of those. All right, cool, excellent.